Hello, this is Arthur Zlatanov, and this is my presentation about the radar model used in business to resolve ethical issues. I will introduce the radar model and its components, address shareholder concerns, and application of the model when performing internal audits. RADAR is an acronym used for internal auditing to assess ethical issues and risks. The letters stand for recognize, assess and avoid, discover and decide, answer or act, and review and recover. This is not a one-time occurrence, but a cyclic process. It is designed to identify, prevent, and respond to ethical issues. It detects risks like a radar system. The risk assessment matrix is shown, used to evaluate and prioritize risks based on potential impact and likelihood of happening. Recognize. The first step is to find and acknowledge potential ethical risks. It is an ongoing process of monitoring, scanning internal and external factors for problems and vulnerabilities. Data is gathered by means of surveys, reviews, and stakeholders' input. Early warning signs should be red flagged. Risk assessment workshops and quarterly risk recognition sessions should be conducted in each department. SWOT analysis or employee anonymous feedback could be used. Assess and avoid. Once risks are identified and recognized, preventative measures must be implemented to minimize or eliminate the risk of ethical issues recurrence by building safeguards, developing target training programs, clear guidelines for conduct and accountability, and establishing preventative controls and avoidance strategies. Discover and decide. This step focuses on early identification of ethical issues through constant monitoring and investigation. Data analytics and other reporting mechanisms are used. Whistleblower hotlines or data dashboards are recommended. Regular random checks and audits within each department outline the issues and discovery protocols. Answer and act. This step is about corrective measures. Investigation, transparency, and sometimes remedial and disciplinary actions are necessary. Communication is the key. Creating a response playbook for common scenarios, establishing cross-functional teams, and providing quick responses to issues. Escalation procedures, timelines, and documentation for accountability should be in place. Recover. The last step focuses on recovery, lessons learned, strengthening resilience, and returning to normalcy. It requires analyzing the root causes, updating procedures, concentrating on preventing recurrence, and improving the process. Each audit cycle must end with a recovery report, issues identified, actions taken, and recovery success. Shareholder concerns. Shareholders have concerns that ethical risks could arise from the lack of routine internal audits associated with failures to comply, conflicts of interest, data privacy breaches, or financial oversights. It is mandatory that each department develops and implements an internal audit plan using the radar model. It will prevent common ethical problems, enhance transparency, fairness, and it will increase morale and productivity. Application radar is a continuous loop. It starts with recognize and goes through the same steps, sharing best practices across departments. For example, finance might introduce financial controls about bribes, HR could focus on cultural ethics, marketing could take measures against misleading and exaggerated claims, and IT improve security systems for unauthorized access. Conclusion. The radar model is a framework and a tool for business to identify and mitigate ethical risks, navigate moral ambiguities and vulnerabilities, create a stronger ethical culture, reduce or eliminate risks, and gain shareholders' trust. By integrating ethical considerations into decision-making processes, organizations can procure in transparency, integrity, fairness, and high morale. Most importantly, the radar approach improves each cycle. These are the references I used. Thank you and have a nice day.